Today, the moon continues in Virgo, focusing on what we need to perfect or improve upon or repair. So, doing some of that, rolling up our sleeves to get to work and make things better. We also have Mars now having, or Mercury retrograde having now passed Mars. So that conjunction was exact on Wednesday. And Mercury now is moving on, but we are not out of the woods yet in terms of the feelings of disruption as Mercury retrograde heads toward that opposition with Uranus. I'm Marina Orms here with your Astro vibe for Thursday, November 13th. So, I have had a lot to try to convey in the energies this week. And so, some of my videos earlier in the week, especially, were on the longer side, but only because of the complexity of everything that is going on and the importance that I think it is to understand how these energies interact and how they impact us and how we can think of them from that place of self empowerment, which self care is all about empowerment, right? It is all about being our best selves and nurturing and nourishing and the care and feeding of ourselves so that we can show up in the world as the best version of ourselves. So, breaking down the energies, we are looking at Virgo moon today. The mood of the day, right, is the moon. So we've got that Virgo energy, earthy, hands on. So Virgo is very discerning, it is very critical, right? It has that ability to see what is wrong. So that can become our our inner critic, and it can be that feeling of not being good enough, not being worthy, where we get hard on ourselves because it is also that ability to see what could be improved. So we don't have to turn, oh gosh, this isn't perfect. I can learn, I can grow, I can improve, right? We don't have to turn that into I'm a complete failure and not worthy, and I might as well not even bother, right? Do you ever have that maybe just a little bit kind of going on unconsciously? So, at any rate, whether you do or you don't ever have that experience, the Virgo energy is a reminder, not that we are a failure, not that we are unworthy, but a reminder that we have things to learn. And what is it to be human if we are not here to learn and grow and have the feeling of satisfaction that comes from making something better, improving, gaining more skill, more efficiency, whatever it may be, making something more beautiful. So that Virgo energy is really a beautiful, beautiful thing. The moon is waning in Virgo, so we are integrating. We are doing a little bit of refinement as we wind down the current moon cycle, integrating what we've been working on in our relationships, because this is a relationship and partnership themed moon cycle because it began with the Libra new moon. So that Virgo energy is happening, and Mercury is part of that because Mercury rules Virgo. So Mercury is retrograde, and that means that our own process of finding something we can work on or seeing what needs to be fixed, right? It's not only about ourselves, it can be about ourselves, right? What can I improve about myself, or how can I learn or be a better person? That's part of it, but there it can have to do with anything that you are working on, something in your creative work, something in your home, something that is annoying you because it's not working right. It's a good time to fix that uh, loose doorknob or that leaky faucet or something, right? So it's about fixing things, even in very, very practical ways. And that supports our self care because it helps us feel more nourished, right? When things are working properly, when you're not having to constantly deal with things that are broken or not working right, it makes you feel better, right? So it's part of our self-care is to take care of our environment, to clean and remove clutter and all. You don't have to do all of it, but pick one thing you can do to improve your experience, your environment, something that that makes you feel good. And you get that satisfaction of having completed that task. And that's part of the Virgo energy too. Okay, coming back to Mercury though, Mercury is the ruler of Virgo and it is retrograde. So that means, we're in a review, reflection, reconsideration process. So we have an opportunity to kind of look at some of the things we've done and ask ourselves if we want to redo it or if there's something that we're learning that means we can make an improvement. Um, because Mercury on Wednesday has or had its conjunction with Mars, we have that Mars energy activated as well, and that impulse. Mars is impulsive. It's that drive, that way that energy builds up inside of us so that we feel like we have to do something. And that shows up in multiple different ways, right? It can show up as an outburst, right? All of a sudden the emotion just builds up and you can't contain it anymore. It can show up as excitement, right? Enthusiasm, a readiness to take action, to do something. It can show up as courage and deciding that even though you're afraid of something, you're going to do it anyway. So all of those things go along with Mars energy, and Mercury and Mars together means that that buildup of energy can be coming through in terms of communication, thinking, ideas. And so some battles even maybe over who's got the right thinking, right? What idea is going to win the battle? And so some themes of that going on in the collective as well. So we're not out of the woods yet, as I said at the beginning, and that is because Mercury retrograde, while it is now past Mars and won't be coming back for several more weeks once it goes direct, but it's past Mars, but it's still heading toward that opposition with Uranus. And Uranus is higher mind, higher consciousness. Mercury is everyday mind, everyday thinking, and problem solving. So when those two things are at odds with one another, we are challenged to articulate bigger picture shifts in consciousness, new ideas, new information. We are challenged to bring those in to our everyday, ordinary communication and language and ways of sharing and learning information. So those things can be at odds with each other. We're feeling that instability of Uranus in Taurus. Taurus, remember, likes comfort, and Uranus is the planet of shakeup and lightning bolts and sudden changes. So there's that feeling of having a hard time getting comfortable. Can't quite, make your routines work for you or your habits. Just something is interrupting the flow. And so there's an invitation here, even though it's uncomfortable, to see things from new perspectives, to try new things, to open your mind to those unconsidered possibilities that could be part of how you establish new habits, routines, and comforts. So that is a process. As Mercury is retrograde until the end of November, about we've got a few days yet before Mercury actually exactly opposes Uranus, but right now, for the next about 6 days, it is, between Mars and the opposition to Uranus. So kind of a little bit of both energies in there, the Mars impulsive and instinctive action, the drive to do something, and the Uranus instability and shakeup, but also, if we're paying attention, the open doorway that is inviting us to see new possibilities. So, and again, these are just part of the complicated energies that are present, but those are the ones that feel most relevant to talk about today. Remember that moon is in Virgo, so whatever you do, remind yourself that what is in front of you is only there because it's an opportunity to improve. It's an opportunity to learn, to grow, to get something right, to make something better, to fix it. So, thinking about how that shows up in your own life and what you can do to get hands on and help make the world a better place, or your life a better place, or something in your very mundane, everyday, practical world function better. All right. Thanks for being here. I'm Marina Orms, and you can book a reading with me at astrologyheals.com. And I have my member site at transformationalastrology.com. Thank you so much to those of you who have joined. There is a free level and a paid level with $5 a month. So either way, I appreciate your support. Thank you. Thank you. I am continuing to work on more that I have plans. I'm going to be bringing you some more lunar node classes and other things going on. So stay tuned. And thanks for being here and subscribing to this YouTube channel. I will see you next time with more astrology for unshakable self-care. Bye for now.